Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of my Create This Book 2 series by me and Moriah Elizabeth. Today, I'm going to be doing 3 more prompts to add to the book. I'm very excited. Before I begin, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's see what I can come up with. The first prompt of the day is to create activities. So you're supposed to dedicate this page to your favorite sport or activity. Before I begin, I'm going to be using my fake plant as my paperweight to hold down these thick pages. And I created these in my last video that I posted, and I really like how they turned out with these different panels, and I thought this would be a good use for this page so that I can put different things that represent my favorite activity inside of the boxes. And my favorite activity, or the activity I'm doing for this, is walking. I love going on walks with my husband and just going outside and seeing all of the things in nature and just having a relaxing moment outdoors. So I'm sketching out everything first that I want to represent my walking. So shoes, watches, the hat that I wear. I'm going to be using my Ohuhu markers to color everything in. These are the color options that I have. I believe there's around 40 of them, so I'm going to be using all of these. Here's my color swatches so I can give you a better idea of all of the colors that I have available to me, and I'm going to be using these to color in the art that I have created that represents my favorite activity, which is walking. I started off with the hat on this image because I always wear a hat when I'm walking to protect myself from the sun. This picture here is flowers because part of the reason I love walking so much is because I get to see all of the nature that's outside. Then here on the side we have just a little photo here with shorts and shoes. Just felt like that would be a good aesthetic image to represent walking as a whole. I had a lot of fun coloring everything in, and I decided to go with this bright highlighter yellow that I rarely use because it's literally so bright. But I do actually have a shirt this color, so I felt like that would be a great time to use it. Then I went ahead and colored in all of the backgrounds of my little photos, all whatever color I wanted them to be. And then I went in with my favorite part, which is the fine details, and I detailed everything and outlined everything with this fine liner. The bottom picture is headphones. I sometimes listen to music when I'm walking or when I'm outside, but I mostly talk to my husband, but I still felt like these would be a cute little aesthetic picture to represent the walking experience. I added in a couple of details with a light gray, and then it was time to move on to the next one. This picture here is of my Fitbit. I have an old Fitbit, so that's what I'm doing here, and it's pink and I like that. So then I moved on to the next box, which is again more nature scenes. I love the nature and seeing things outside and just being outside in general. And then the last picture is of a tennis shoe because when you're outside, you wear sneakers. So there you have it. That's what I went with. And then I just filled everything in with these markers. It was a little bit patchy in some places, and I could have fixed that, but I kind of liked the texture that it left in the background because everything was just so flat that I felt like the texture from the marker drying and then getting some more marker on top of it and creating different color variations, I kind of liked that, so I left it that way and didn't keep darkening the color. I just wanted it to look like that. And then I added some finishing details with this gel pen and added some sparkles, and then it was time to actually glue it into the book. So that's what I did, and here it is. I think it looks really cool, but I'll show you it again at the end. And now it's time for the next prompt, which is to create your handprint. And I kind of struggled with this one. I tried to use this Copic marker on the drawing, on the paper, and it came out really streaky and didn't work. So I went to plan B, which was to use this paper in the book. So I wanted it to be one of them solid and then one of them the inversion of that. So for example, the one is the solid hand and then the one is the outline of the hand. So that's what I did. When you can see through, I can't explain it, but you can see it. the purple is the hand, and then the purple is the outside of the hand. So that's what I went for, and then I wanted to decorate the purple. I decided to use this gold gel pen, which is a Signo gel pen, and I think the gold accents made it really nice. It's a pretty simple page, but I still think it turned out fun, and I like that I didn't just do like handprints with paint or something. I don't know. I was trying to be a little more creative, and I think it turned out okay. And now here is my big experiment page, which is to create string decor. Now for this page, you're supposed to use string to kind of create art on the page, but I'm going to take that a little bit creatively, a little abstract, and I'm going to do that string art where you like dip the string rather in paint, and then you string it on your page and you pull it through the book and it creates this like crazy art. So that's what I'm gonna try to do here. It was really messy and actually really hard to control, but it was actually kind of fun. This is the first time I've ever done this. So I just got the string all painted, and then I put it in the book. I closed the book up, and then I pulled the string down through the bottom of the book just in a straight line. And then when you open it up, you have mirroring images of the paint mess that you've created. It kind of looks like an ink blot test or something, but this is how it turned out on my first go around, and I kind of felt like it needed a little bit more color, so I decided to try it out one more time. So again, repeating that process. And at first I was scared to close the page, but then I remembered that's how I created the art anyway, so it wasn't going to mess anything up. And then I pulled the string through again, and this is how it turned out the second time. I mean, it looks pretty much the same, but I think it added a little more to the page, so I like it a little bit better now. It's still pretty crazy, but I like that I tried something new, and it was actually pretty fun. I might try this alone for a different video because it's pretty crazy and kind of cool. But here's the first page again. I really like how it turned out. I think my favorite part about it is the color, and especially the neon yellow. I think it looks really cool, and I'm really happy with this one. I think it's a good representation of my favorite activity, which is walking, and I think it fulfills the prompt really well and is pretty aesthetic as well. Here is the second prompt of the day, which was to create handprints, and even though this one's pretty simple, I actually had a lot of fun with it, and I'm glad that I had a plan B for it so that I could actually come up with something. And here is my string art, which was pretty fun and created quite a cool texture on the page, and I'm very happy with how all of the pages turned out. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.